Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Hey YouTube, Long Boys Post 1975 and welcome to another Fat Friday video. Series of videos where I take a look at some of the more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street. Once again, I do apologise about the noise of the boiler and the clock. It's toasty as tits in here, but personally I don't think we need it as per usual, but I'll save that for when I do the weather. What do I have to eat this week as per usual? You already know because you've read the title and you've seen the thumbnail. Well, one of my mates in the digital world said to me, have you tried Iceland's new knockoff Nando's range of chicken? I have not, I said. And as I frequent my own favourite adult playground, well, every week, multiple places I should say, because as I've said many times, it's kind of a regional thing about, about when they get the the foods that they get. But I said, what do you mean? So he explained it in more detail, and he said basically they've got a range of chicken. It's thighs, wings, drumsticks, and it's in two of the flavours that Nando's do, and basically the packaging is a complete rip-off of Nando's. Now, it may have taken me to the year 2021 in my adult life to try Nando's for the first time, but let's be honest, it is basically the best chicken place you can go downtown, and I absolutely love it. I still from time to time eat their medium one, even though I have to say their hot one is the best, but I certainly have not tried their garlic and lemon, because why would you fucking try that? Sounds gross. My mate always gets it, looks gross too. Anyway, so when I was in my favourite Iceland's this morning, which is up Hartcliffe, over the road from Morrison's, and it's my favourite Morrison's as well, because they both, well, Morrison's I should say, has an amazing selection of hot sauces there, and yeah, so I always go there on a Friday genuinely, and they had a whole freezer dedicated to this new range of products, and as you can see, it's clearly trying to imitate Nando's. It's only 2 chili rating, unfortunately. As you know, I generally don't get out of bed for anything less than a 3 chili rating, but I had to try it because I genuinely want to know how much it tastes like Nando's, because if this is decent knockoff Nando's, then I will be trying it again. And my mate was in fact correct. They have thighs, wings, and drumsticks. Obviously I've gone for wings because fucking love chicken wings, as does Robert, who says hello. So yeah, I'm all over this. They don't do a half chicken, which I feel is really missing an opportunity there, because I do like half chicken, in this style of products, basically hot chicken. I have done a couple of half hot chickens, that's a mouthful, I should say, and they were from Farm Foods, which is kind of another Iceland type store. Basically it's frozen. I mean, they've got groceries and shit on top of the freezers like Iceland does, chest freezers I should say, otherwise you could never fucking reach it. Yeah, and theirs was pretty good, and that was probably in the year 2021, because I wanted to see if I could replicate Nando's at home. But to have Iceland actually go out of their way to try and make you think that they're doing knockoff Nando's, I love that phrase by the way, knockoff Nando's, well then I'm all over that. I did keep the receipt, but somehow I have lost it. But £4 for this. In fact, all 4 of these products are £4, which sounds a little bit pricey, but to be fair, how heavy is it? It is, look on the front, Dave, that might be an idea, 600 grams, 600 grams for £4.50, £4 I should say, sorry, and I'm going to do it in the air fryer, so I don't know if any of this, or all of this I should say, is even going to fit in the air fryer. Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients. Chicken wing, 81%, I would bloody cocoa, peri peri sauce, 14%, water, white vinegar, red chili puree, water, that is red chili puree water. Well, I know what it is, but you've already got red chili puree in it. red pepper, tomato, puree, sunflower seed oil, white wine. Basically, all the hot stuff's up there, but it is only a 2 chili rating, so it's basically going for medium Nando's. So obviously, if you're going to try and make a knockoff product, you want to be the one that appeals to the widest audience, so you can make the most out of it. So I do kind of get that, but I won't write it off just because it's 2. Nutritional information per 100 grams. Why? Per half pack, but it's a whole pack that I will be eating. I love the way they try and hide the figures or disguise the figures. There are no traffic lights on the front, so I'm going to assume it's not actually that healthy. Otherwise, why would they be trying to disguise the figures? But pure half pack. Energy, 325 calories, or kilojoules I should say. Fat, 18.9 grams per half pack. That's per 300 grams, Jesus. Of which saturates 4.8, carbohydrates 4.3, of which sugar is 1.7, fiber 6.9, protein 33.9. Basically, this ain't the best for you, is it? And honestly, I'm not the only one who would say, well, we don't know how many are in here at the moment, but this is, you don't eat half a pack, do you? You eat the whole bloody thing, or maybe it's just me and my tapeworm Robert. Right, where are the cooking instructions? I'm loving the fact that everything has I forgot pre-warm this bad boy. More noise for you to enjoy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm loving the fact that they finally adopted a proper air fryer, instructions on the box instead of just saying consult, put a picture of it on there and then say consult your manual. Anyway, right, so this will be regular oven. Fan 108 degrees Celsius, but we care not for the Fahrenheit. 55 minutes. So yeah, quite a substantial reduction in time for the air fryer. Air fry from frozen, 1400 watts, 4 litre. I think that's a 3 litre. 30 minutes at set temperature to 160 degrees Celsius before we care not for the Fahrenheit. That seems a bit low. Generally I do everything at 200. Remove from all packaging, place sauce sachet into a bowl of, oh for fuck's sake, I don't like this double marinade shite. Into a bowl of hot water, place into an air fryer basket, cook for 15 minutes, separate carefully, cook for further 15 minutes, to serve. Place on a serving platter, evenly drizzle contents of the sauce over the chicken, which we do at the end, not during the cooking process, which I find a little bit odd. I'm not sure I would stick to that normally, but for the purpose of doing this for the first time, I will do that. But normally you do it halfway through. But those chiquito wings I had recently, but to actually just put the sauce on at the end, I find that a little bit odd. Anyway, before we get to Eddie's Bar, because I do actually have some new arrivals for Eddie's Bar, and I've had a little bit of a clean of Eddie's Bar as well, so we've freed up some real estate, which to be fair, you would fucking want from a kitchen table. Anyway, crisp-wise, for lunch next week, as I've said many times, it's because I need to drag myself out to 3:15 in the morning before I have lunch, which involves a big bag, fuck all big bag of crisps. My mouth's gone, a tad later than normal. Pavlov's dogs, all the same. But, yeah, so, because I can't go to lunch like everyone else does at 1:30, 2 o'clock, that's just insane. So, M&S this morning, turns out I was just looking down here at all their crisps and shit, but they got some more up here, I know. M&S collection, these were £1.50, hand-cooked crisps, manchego cheese and chili. Look at that bad boy, manchego. I do like a cheese that sounds like a Colombian drug lord. So yeah, but chili, sold, absolutely sold. And the other one was also M&S, hand-cooked, sticky glazed pork crisps. So many times when you get a pork-based crisp, whether it's like Christmas pigs and blankets and shit like that, they just taste like bacon. So I'm assuming this is gonna just taste like bacon, i.e. you eat it and it repeats on you for the rest of your entire shift. But it's Marks and Spencer's, so reassuringly expensive, otherwise known as fucking expensive. I thought I'd give it a go. Anyway, let's have a look in Eddie's Bar. Welcome to Eddie's Bar. 2 new additions for Eddie's Bar today. Since I had a bit of a clean up, I figured I've got room for 2 new additions. So the first one would be this, and I'm pretty sure I have not had it. Frank's is kind of more of the genuine, like, you know, entry level, high street friendly hot sauce, I would say. But I do like their chicken wing sauce. But anyway, Frank's Red Hot, £1.72 in case you're interested. Red Hot char grilled habanero, 3 chili rating. I'll be the judge of that. But I have had, I believe, a regular habanero one from Frank's. So how different it tastes when it's char grilled, I do not know. But ultimately, it's a hot sauce that I'm pretty sure I have not tried. So I'm going to give it a go. The other one I got was a salt grinder, if you will. So it's not really a seasoning as such for when you cook stuff. It's an actual, you know, condiment dispenser, if you will. This was £1.29 from B&M, another one of my favourite stores. Chili and garlic salt. But Dave, you don't like garlic, as you've said many times before. No, it's not that I dislike garlic, it's that I cannot handle the smell on me afterwards. So I'm figuring, since this is dry garlic, this, you know, we're not going to use it as a cooking seasoning, you know, or marinade or stuff like that. It should be alright. But the reason I got it is chili and garlic salt. Do I have a tin in here of... Yeah, my filing system's not the best. I don't think I do. Oh well, I'm pretty sure I used to, but oh well, bollocks to it. Although I do have this. I forgot I had you. Spam, basically, but I do like spam. Is if you buy the tinned, cheap, you know, new potatoes in water in tins. I did do a video where I made Marmite's, chili Marmite covered tin potatoes, and you do them in the air fryer. It recommends that you use garlic and cayenne pepper. So, and it does, and I have, and it comes out fantastically. So I thought, fuck it, I'll buy that for it. Anyway, let's take a look at the weather. Look at this beautiful day. It tanked down pretty much most of last week, apart from a few hours here and there of sun, my enemy, the day sleeper. You know, bright sunshine a couple of days. But yeah, this morning and last night, and I actually slept last night, tanked down properly hard, and we've had gale force winds and shit like that. So this is fantastic, and it's going to rain the rest of the day, and it's going to rain all day tomorrow, because later on I'll be flipping my hours for my work shifts, and which means I'll be going to bed and then getting up, then watching my favourite podcast, Friday Night Tights, and then going to bed. So having all that rain and driving winds to help me sleep is utterly fantastic. It's about 13 degrees out there, so once again, pretty sure that does not need to be on. But as you know, I don't feel the cold, but everyone else in the house does. Anyway, what shit have I read this week? I'll tell you what I've read, right? So obviously the government wants the manufacture of petrol and diesel cars in this country to stop, of new cars, in 2030. But obviously loads of car companies have therefore said, well, because we don't want, you know, lots and lots of these cars, we're going to start possibly 2 years before that, and then it can only be electric cars from that point onwards, which means basically they're going to make the price of transport out of the hands of the poor people, because they'll constantly tax fuel, saying that it's bad for the environment because we have to reach net zero. But your average poor person will not be able to afford an electric car, which in themselves are not green, not just because of the tar particulates and the batteries. It's a fucking scam. And we clearly are not ready for this. When have you ever seen a fucking fast charging point anywhere other than the services on the motorway, or two, it's a supermarket? Well, the rest of Europe has realised that this really is, that they are racing towards a deadline that they are not prepared for, with infrastructure, charging points and shit like that. So they've pushed back this for another 5 years, of which the car production, you know, companies and stuff like that, car manufacturers, obviously they lobby for this, but you blame them? It's jobs and shit like that, are very happy for. Government in this country said no, it's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. So obviously the car manufacturers are probably going to want that extra 5 years, and they're going to piss off back to Europe, which is not only going to cost jobs in this country, but a massive amount of money for the economy. Why are we so fucking, well, not we, because I'm not stupid, them, so fucking blindly walking into this stupid, unmanageable, unsustainable situation? I'm not saying we can't ever do it, but the rate that they're rushing towards it is pathetic. But what they didn't want you to know is while they're not going to push back the dates like Europe, and also I believe America, they have actually halved their budget for installing all these charging points. So it's like, you've all got to have an electric fucking car, but we're going to save money and not actually put the charging points in. So we are literally racing towards a fucking bottleneck. It is absolutely stupid, and it is clearly going to end in fucking tears. But what do I know? I'm not a politician, so obviously I'm a stupid little street oik. Anyway, let's get into cooking this bad boy. Let's take a look at this. As I said, 600 grams, £4. Preheating my air fryer like a boss there. Can't smell anything through the packaging, which is not necessarily a good sign, because I mean, I know it's only 2 chili rating, but everything's come up Millhouse. Nor is that. So basically, cooking instructions said this could be an issue. Where are they? Oh, that's right, they're on the bit I broke. Right, so set temperature to 160 degrees, remove from all packaging, cook for 15 minutes, then break up. Yeah. Cook for 15 minutes, then break up. Might have to change this and do this in the oven, which does annoy me because the oven is 55 minutes. Unless we can break these bad boys, we're going to have issues here. So I am going to get a baking tray. Obviously I'm going to defrost that as well. I haven't gone massively on the sauce, have they? I'll bang you over there. Yeah. Might have to do this in the oven, so I'm going to get a baking tray anyway to save mess. But let's get this bad boy open. Why could you not do this in a bag? Seriously, why could you not do this in a bag? Every other one of, you know, the brands in your store, Iceland. I mean, I can't stay mad at you, Iceland, because I fucking love you. But there's a bit of poke in there. Whew, getting worried then. There's a bit of poke in there. But everyone else in your store manages to do their chicken wings in a bag. Right. Obviously, they're pre-seasoned, and so we get that whole double seasoning thing going on, which is great if you want, you know, more flavour and more heat from your wings. But it's just a pain in the ass if you have to, well, for when you cook it. So pretty much, I'm going to have to do these in that bad boy over there. That pisses me off. I should have checked them before I did that, but as you know, I like to do these videos in real time. So, put you back down there. You go on for 180 degrees. Baking paper. I'm fucking starving. Oh, man. Again, entirely my fault. Entirely my fault. That was a bit wasteful, wasn't it? Actually, no, I think we got away with that. I'm starving. I might have to tuck into one of you now. So, well, yeah. So, what were the instructions again? It does smell pokey, mind. It does smell pokey. So, how long do I cook it for in the regular oven? Once it's preheated. Oh, everything's gone to shit. Right. 180 degrees Celsius. Remove from all packaging. Oven this cover with foil. Cook near the middle of the oven for 20 minutes into cooking time. Remove foil. Separate the wings. Cook for a further 25 minutes. Oh, shite. Right. Foil. Have I got foil? I was getting a bit worried then. Tin foil. Not aluminum foil. Tin foil. Right, well, you go on there. And yeah. Oh man, seriously. Fail. But it's all entirely upon me. So, I'll see you when that bad boy's preheated. Well, I may as well take care of this because obviously I've got time to kill. So yeah, hang on. Go flat. Go prone. There we go. Like it's going to make much of a difference. And that should do nicely. I was hoping this was going to kill a little bit more time than 55 minutes. So the oven has... Fuck, you mock me such! The oven had preheated, but obviously since I walked by it, the lights come back on. Anyway, I read the instructions again quickly, and I'm glad that I did. And it looks like it might be better that we're doing it in that oven there, even though it's going to take an hour, basically. But what we do is, right, so we bang this in for 20 minutes, then we break it up. Excuse me. It must be those 20 Benton edges a day I have. So we break this up, then we bang it back in for another 25 minutes, which brings up to 45 minutes. Then we bring it out, and we we drizzle this on it. Then we stick it back in the oven. So the fact that I thought it was weird if we do it in the air fryer that we don't put it back in is probably plainly and simply because you're not supposed to put liquids in the air fryer, are you? Unless you have like one of those silicone bowl bases or whatever, which I still don't have. Safe to say we don't need to defrost that anymore. So, excuse me, Windy Pops, I have no idea why. I'm absolutely starving. So yeah, let's bang this in the oven. And so I mean, basically the sauce is going to thicken up on it, kind of like it did with the chiquito wings I had a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Into the oven with this bad boy. Let this be a lesson, people. Always read your instructions thoroughly before, and open the product box before you cook shit. Because then you don't have to wait like I am, and I am literally wasting away before your very, very eyes. So, 20 minutes is a pinch after, oh Christ, a pinch after, oh my God. It's going to be tea time by the time I have this. It's a pinch after 3 o'clock, so I'm pissing off next door to what's the end of Bangers and Cash. Righty, so we're coming up to 20 minutes, longest 20 minutes of my life. I am going to be skin and bone by the time this... Oh, the light's on. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm going to be skin and bone by the time this bad boy's done, and we're not even halfway through. So, and the thing is, there is no smell of any level of poke in this room whatsoever right now. But let's not fuck around, because like I said, I'm starving. Let's get this bad boy out. A little bit worried about this bit, breaking it up. Yeah. How badly am I going to burn myself? Anyway, let's find out. Alright, there's a bit of poke now, but I wouldn't say it's overpowering. And there's a bit of juice going on. I'll bring you over so you can see firsthand. There's a little bit of poke going on. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to break this up. Like that, I guess. That can't be one wing, surely. Fuck it, let's just get in there. I may have ballsed that up. Hey! I mean, it says break them up. Fuck it, I'm leaving it like that. There can't be what? Literally. That cannot be the number of chicken wings, can it? Right, so I've butchered them a bit, to be fair. That's got to be 2, hasn't it? That's got to be 2. Fuck it. I'm having it like that. It can't be small wings. Right, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to put this back on. Screw it. I mean, it's chicken, so I'm still going to eat it, but put this back on. You can go in there. It says that. It says break it up, but Jesus, you need to be the Hulk. Anyway, let's bang this bad boy back in the oven. No, apparently we remove foil. It does smell peri peri, but it also smells really, really tomatoey. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Anyway, this is the big weight. This is 40. No, thank fuck for that. I'll be dead. This is 25 minutes. You can go flat, mate. 25 minutes, which means obviously I'll be doing it on my phone. But what time does that mean for us here? Oh my God, half past 3. We're going to be pushing 4 o'clock by the time I have my dinner. Well, lunch, because obviously dinner would be what us normal people call tea. Anyway, see you in 25 minutes. Thank Christ for that. We're coming up on 45 minutes. The end is in sight. I am absolutely ravenous. It actually smells quite pokey in here now. I wouldn't say it smells nuclear hot, but there's definitely a smell of something that has the potential to be warm, shall we say. Let's go and have a look. That's 45. 10 minutes left. Jesus, where's my sachet? Gonna need some scissors. Right, let's go and have a look at this bad boy. It does look like it's bubbling away like a mad bastard in there, in its own juices and shit, so that's quite promising. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, look at it. Oof. Right, hang on, see if I can do this without a face full of steam. Did he get away with it? I think he, yep, look at that. Right. Okay, so yeah, you can see that the braking process, well, I was going to say I've had better, but I haven't, because I've never really had to break anything up like that. Anyway, so let's shut you first. Right, what are we on? Half past, I don't think I've ever eaten this late. What time am I going to have tea if this is going to be my dinner? Anyway, there it is. So yeah, let's season this bad boy. Pushed all the chicken together so I can season this. I guess, I mean, like I said at the start of this video, this is the only saving grace, apart from the fact that I'm absolutely starving. Doing it like this, then obviously we're gonna heat up the sauce and hopefully get it to thicken up a bit on the chicken wings. But to be fair, when it's frozen, I always say they've stimped on the sauce. That's quite generous, I suppose. But yeah, it does smell nice. It does smell banging. When I look at it like that, 600 grams does not look that big. And yeah, there's no way that when people say, you know, the nutritional information was for half a packet, that's not going to touch the sides for me and Robert. Anyway, so, excuse me, Windy Pops. How? I don't know. Let's bang this back. Oh, that smells well pokey now, actually, with that sauce on. Let's bang this bad boy back in the oven. Right, we're coming up to 55 minutes. Thank God, I've slowly been digesting myself from the inside out. I gotta say, from the air fryers that my mates have, because I know that was like a budget entry one, which is why I got it for Christmas. But I think it was optimistic that was going to fit in one, you know, from the start. But hey, this should be, you know, I think everything's probably going to work out better is what I'm trying to say. So let's get this bad boy out. It smells phenomenal in here. My mouth's gone. I'm absolutely dying. Definitely can smell tomato. Can definitely smell a little bit of warmth. I'm not expecting it to be too warm because obviously it's only a 2 chili rating. It does smell fantastic. And obviously they're trying to replicate the medium range. It's excuse me. At Nando's. Anyway, let's get this bad boy out. Look at that. Right, you go off. What time is it? Jesus, 4:45. Is this the latest I've ever eaten in a Fat Friday? Right. Woo! Bosh. Done. I meant me. See? So I guess it's kind of worked out for the sauce. You can get shut. It's not the prettiest looking motherfucker, is it? Anyway, let's plate this bad boy up. Probably let this cool down a little bit, but the problem with me is I've got no patience whatsoever. So, yoink. Ooh, that's a bit warm. Yeah, obviously I shredded a couple of the small ones. That's very warm. Yeah. Yoink! Oh, motherfucker! As if this helps, mind. Yoink! Yoink! Also making funny noises. It reduces the burning process on the fingers, he says. Right, there we go. Let's get rid of this a moment. And let's take a look at this. It looks pretty good, mine. It does look Nando-y. I'm not going to lie, it does look very, very Nando-y. How does it compare to the box art? So, box. Product. Box. No idea why I'm doing that with my voice. Product. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Obviously, for some reason, the sauce is more runny on there. I guess they did it in an air fryer. Anyway, right, so what's my fire extinguisher of choice? Never mind Eddie's Bar being a premium for space. Yeah, check out that bad boy. Now, fire extinguisher of choice. Fire extinguisher of choice will be Orangina. Shake the bottle, wake the drink. Only they don't sell this in glass bottles anymore. Who remembers when they sold this in glass bottles and you had to go like that? Assuming I do the same for a can and it's not going to explode with fizz, but, well, I'm dying. Let's try that fucker there out, because that's a proper whole chicken wing going on right there. And also, I love the fact that we got this, you would call it burnt, I would call it seasoned character, if you will. 55 minutes. I am absolutely ravenous. Anyway, let's open my fire extinguisher of choice. Yoink. Right. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. See, the biggest problem with this process was the fact that they did it in a box. They did it like this. They you know, they froze it into a bar. Why could they have not done this in a bag so it was all separate? I don't like the idea of having to break shit up after you cook it for 20 minutes. Obviously worry about burning my hands. It was still frozen at that point, so I didn't have to worry about it. But it's just, I butchered some of this, and chicken wings are my favourite things. Anyway, 2 tiers in a bucket. Fuck it. Let's try one of these bad boys. So remember, we're not going for a massive, level of heat, or we're not expecting a massive level of heat. But does it taste like Nando's? Let's find out. Yes. Yes, it does. I haven't had a Nando's in a couple of months. It's just hit the back of my throat. There's a bit more heat there than I thought there would be. Definitely on par with a medium Nando's. It's very, very rich. I find Nando's sauce is very, very rich. It's tender chicken. It's not fatty. It's not stringy. The skin with this marinade is fantastic. Burning my fingers. Excuse me, talking my mouthful pig. The skin is amazing. Because it's crispened up properly. Now, heat-wise, it's more on the warm side than it is on the hot side, which is personally what I think a medium at Nando's is. It's very rich. It's very peri peri. It's very rich though. Excuse me, pig. Here's the thing. That's fantastic. Well played, Iceland. Well played. Here's the thing. It's not as hot as the chiquita wings I had a couple of weeks ago. I can feel it in the back of my throat. It's far from unbearable. I mean, literally, this is pussy hot. It's on the back of my lips a little bit. But the thing is, it's not just about heat, it's about taste. Tastes like Nando's. It tastes very, very, very nice indeed. These are amongst the better wings I have had. The cooking process, because we couldn't do it in my oven, was a fucking pain in the ass. But with the way the sauce has worked on the wings, it appears to have paid off. So I would say, because obviously if you do it in the air fryer, you have to drizzle all the sauce on at the end. I would say do it this way, because obviously it thickens up and crispens up on the wings and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to have another one in a moment. this is a winner. This is an absolute winner. Definitely, if you're a fan, I cannot tell you how much I think this tastes like Nando's. Excuse me, Winnie Pops. Anyway, palate cleanse. Excuse me. Apparently I didn't wake the drink. Do you know what, Orange Gina, I remember you being a lot more flavourful than that. That's like someone just took water and dropped an apple, orange crust in it. Right, let's try this one. Sure. Oh, it is nice. It is nice sauce. I know Peri Peri is Peri Peri, but I don't know how they reversed engineered this. But it really does taste like Nando. Excuse me. It's messy to eat, obviously, but you would expect that. Lash of heat at the back of my throat. Tinsy wincy bit of a... Yeah, if you don't want to get messy, then this isn't the food for you. But generally, that's chicken wings in general, isn't it? This is really nice. This is really, really nice. Excuse me. Messy motherfucker. Running out of napkins too. Serviettes, I'm English. Do you know what? Well played, Iceland. Well played. Can't remember what it cost to get Nando's off the top of my head. I feel like I'm covered in shit and I'm a pig. Yeah, bit of a sniffle going on. That is fantastic. That is definitely knockoff Nando's done right. Tastes more like Nando's than that half chicken I had going back a couple of years in this series of videos. Definitely a little bit of building of heat. It's only a 2 chili rating, but it's there. It's there. Definitely nailed a medium Nando's. Although I say that, I've only ever had a medium half chickens and not wings or anything there. Excuse me, Winnie Pops. But if you like Peri Peri, you'll love this. If you like Nando's, you'll love this. The sauce is absolutely fantastic. Chicken is lean, not fatty. The skin crispens up. It's really, really nice. I cannot but think it's better that we did it in the oven like that. The only problem I have with this process, I would do it, even if I had a bigger air fryer, I would do it in the oven again. The only problem I have is don't want to have to break up the wings. Why? I mean, what have you saved by? Oh, you probably got a fucking Woody for recycling and shit, and it's in, well, it's in cardboard, isn't it? But it's sealed in plastic. So if you just did it in a bag, you can argue it's the same level of plastic. Should be in a bag, and you don't have to break the wings up. That's the only fail to it. But taste-wise, this is fantastic, and this really has nailed Nando's at home. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you tried this. I don't know how new it is, but it wasn't in my Iceland's last week. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.